Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Dansby, and I hope that you're getting very excited for our holiday break. Today I'm going to read you a story, Merry Christmas Gus, by Jacqueline Williams, illustrated by Doug Cushman. A long line of tired parents and wiggling children circled Santa Land. Gus and Bean stood at the end, trying hard to wait for their turn. Gus pointed to a picture of a super duper bright blue fast pedal bike. "That's what I'm going to ask Santa to bring me," he told Bean. "If we ever get to the front of this line, that is." The longer they stood in line, the longer the line seemed. The longer the line seemed, the more nervous Gus got. "Christmas will be over by the time we get to the front of the line to see Santa," he grumbled. Gus felt an icky feeling creeping into his stomach. "What if Santa forgets who I am?" he cried. "There are so many kids here. How will he remember me? How will he remember what I want?" "Hey, where are we going?" asked Bean, as Gus pulled him towards the door. "Come on," said Gus. "We're going home so I can think." I wonder if they're ever going to get to visit Santa. 2 hours later, Gus was still thinking. "I've got to think of a way to make Santa remember me," Gus said. "If you don't give your brain a rest, you're going to wear it out," said Bean. "Let's go build a snowman." The boys stood in Gus's front yard building their snowman. "Oh, no," groaned Gus. "Oh, here comes Billy." "Well, well," said Billy. "Go away, Billy," said Gus. "We're busy." "Move over, you two," said Billy. "Let an expert handle this. When it comes to building snowmen, I'm the champ." "Maybe we should let him help," said Bean. "If he's building with snow, he'll be too busy to throw it." "Oh, all right," grumbled Gus. When they were finished, the boys stared at the snowman. "He needs some arms," said Bean. Gus snapped his fingers. "I've got it," he said. "Come with me." Gus stuck 2 thick branches into the snowman. "Do you think his arms are too big?" asked Bean. "No way," said Gus. "They make him look like Super Snowman." "They make him look more like Super Snow Alien," Billy snickered. Bean patted the snowman's belly. "So, Gus," he said, "have you thought of a way to make Santa remember you?" "I've got the perfect way," said Billy. He poked 2 long branches into the snowman's head. "There, now he really looks like a snow alien. Santa will remember you as the kid with the mutant snowman." Billy laughed as he walked away. "It's getting late," said Bean. "I guess I'd better go home too." "We'll go to the mall again tomorrow," said Gus. "I'll do some more thinking." "I wonder if snowmen are afraid of the dark," said Gus. "I don't know," said Bean. "Maybe." "I'll leave the porch light on, just in case," said Gus. Looks like they built a very unique-looking snowman. Gus spent the evening making a list. "I've just got to think of something to make Santa remember me," he thought. He looked at what he had written. "Blow a bubble, let it burst over his face." No, that's too messy. "Wear clothes backwards." Oh, too boring. "Pretend to eat a worm." Ooh, too gross. "I give up," he sighed. Then Gus had an idea. His eyes grew big and round. "Holy cow," he said. "That's it." I wonder what Gus decided to do to help Santa remember him. The next day, when they arrived at the mall, Gus and Bean headed straight for Santaland. "I can't believe you're wearing antlers," said Bean. "Just like Santa's reindeer," said Gus. Now he'll remember me for sure. Another long line of children wound its way around Santaland. Bean ran to the end of it. Gus wobbled along after him. It looks like it's hard for him to walk with his antlers. Gus's antlers made him the tallest kid in Santa's line. The antlers shot skyward, branching out in all directions. Everyone around Gus ducked and dodged, trying to keep out of his way. Sorry, 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 Gus kept repeating as he moved through the crowd. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to make sure I stand out in the crowd, Gus told Bean. Billy squeezed through the line. Out of my way, he said. Hey, said Gus. No budging. Want to bet? Said Billy. First, Billy budged in front of Gus. Then Billy let 3 small girls budge. Next, Billy let 2 big boys budge. Gus looked desperately around Santaland. At last, he spied one of Santa's helpers headed his way. Santa's helper reached out and tapped Billy on the shoulder. Don't forget, Santa knows who's naughty or nice, she whispered. There are for you since you waited your turn, she said to Gus. In fact, all of these candy canes are for you. She hung the candy canes on his antlers. Without knowing it, Gus became the leader of the small band of reindeer. I wonder why the reindeer are wanting to follow Gus. As the line moved up, so did Gus. As Gus moved up, so did the reindeer. They wanted his candy canes. At last, Gus reached the head of the line. Ho, 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 said Santa, pointing behind Gus. Gus turned around. Oh, said Gus. I just wanted you to remember me, said Gus. Santa smiled. I'm Santa Claus, he said. I never forget anyone. Besides, you're Gus. Who could ever forget you? So, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed this story, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday break celebrating with your family.